New top 5 for the MVP chances came out, and once again, Jokic was leading the pack. Plus, there's a tweet from our friend B. Bobby that we have to go over that will kind of outline these things. If he does become the MVP this year, this will place him in a group of 5 players all time that include Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem, MJ, and none other than my GOAT, LeBron James. Now, off rip, does that sound like a conversation that Jokic should be in?
Yes.
Well, here's the thing, man, because he ain't like black and he fat, so no.
Okay. Yeah, we playing about it, but I just wanted to see where everybody's mental is. B Souls, friend of the show, that's all he is today, says, boo, we need a term limit on MVPs because of this tweet right here. They have Jokic and Tatum tier. People were putting Jokic in there. People were putting Tatum and Jokic tier. They were putting him in those conversations. Tatum and Jokic are the only players leading this season, leading their team in points per game, rebounds per game, and assists per game. People had them in there. They put this graphic out to really show the comparison. And B-Soul said, boo, we need term limits on MVPs.
Souls has become a clip farmer on Twitter. I've noticed it. It's Benjamin. What happened, gang? What happened? I've noticed this.
That's a fact. Bezos has become a Twitter clip farmer. Now, they're saying that the MVP award has been tainted because the NBA has brought this problem up amongst themselves with the 65 game rule. We can look at this graph right here that I'm about to present. Hold on one second. Let me present to you this graph. I like how we have things right now. It's actually turning out pretty well. NBA players' percentage of seasons with 65 games played since 2020. Anthony Davis at 50. Giannis at 75. Jason Tatum at 100. Jokic at 100. Anthony Edwards at 100. Shea is at 50. Luka's at 75. Steph is at 75. Joel is at 50. Key takeaways from this graph. From any player with 9 years in the league, him and Devin Booker are the only players to play at least 65 games in every non-COVID season. Only Ant and Tatum are as consistent as Jokic. Ant's team had a really rocky start. He's going to have a tough time winning this year. While Luka's had 75% of his years meeting this threshold, 3 of those years consisted of 65, 66, and 65 games. So it doesn't really matter. And Giannis has qualified for 65 games 2 times in the last 5 years and is currently nursing a patella injury on a dog shit team. I want to know, just off rip, early season, do y'all think that Jokic should be the frontrunner for the MVP?
It's definitely his to lose. With my glorious king struggling in the statistics right now, I think it's just a matter of, maintaining team record. But if we're talking about individual play right now, because we're so early into the season, and Damo will probably quench the thirst for the guys that want to talk about the records and shit. But I'm pulling those up as we speak, to be very blunt. I'm definitely of the camp that, this is Jokic's to lose. He is hooping at a fuck you level. I did a bit earlier where I was talking about, he's fat and not black, so of course I don't want him to win. Obviously, that's a troll. Furthermore, what I really talked about months ago was my bold prediction that the Nuggets are actually going to go far in the postseason because Jokic is just going to be fuck you better than people. And this is kind of what I'm getting at. Now, I'm not saying that this can't change in the postseason. I know that postseason hot take was us literally hunting for a hot take. But reality is, Jokic is really this damn good. This is a player that I'll say, for some people that don't fathom this, we have not seen this before. This is a guy that doesn't predicate his game on this athleticism. This is arguably the most efficient player you'll ever see in your fucking life. The dude is making passes that only a couple of names of great all-time point guards could ever make. And one of those point guards the polar bear in Arlington, Texas, used to be LeBron James because he was 6'9", and Magic Johnson because he was 6'9". But here's some 7-footer who can't even outrace me. And he looking like he's arguably the best passer you've seen in your life. And that's just talking about the passing. There's obvious on like every level of the court, Jokic can score the fucking basketball. He's averaging 30, 10, and 11 or some shit like that right now. It is 100% his to lose. I don't see why people are so against it outside of blatant xenophobia to the point where we're arguing, okay, but we've wronged X and Y player in the past. So what do we do now? And I think it's also funny that we're at a point where we're literally talking about the shit and we're just mad that we're talking about it. Like, it's like, I'm pretty sure any other name that's brought up is just a protest against Jokic because everyone's mad. It's obviously Jokic right now.
I would just say we're super early in the season, so record has absolutely nothing to do with how I feel about who will be the MVP or who should be the front runner. Don't fuck about record. You're looking at the standings. Not gonna lie, the 12th seed in the West would be the 6th seed in the East. I don't give a fuck about records right now. In terms of who should be the MVP front runner, it's who's putting up the best numbers, and that's fucking Jokic. It's that simple. Jokic is playing like the MVP. Is Jason Tatum also competing? Yes. That's why there's other candidates for the MVP. But the front runner should be who's playing the absolute best, which is Jokic. Because when it was Joel Embiid, y'all were quick to say it was Joel Embiid. When it was whoever is playing the best, y'all are quick to say, oh, well, they're playing the best. Well, now Jokic is playing the fucking best right now. I'm sorry to tell you. He's playing the best. He should be the front runner.
I think Jokic comes in at a time, and this is the where I really want to go with this conversation. Jokic comes in at a time where you put to test the theory of voter fatigue. You would have to go out of your way to not vote for Jokic. Like, you would literally, as it sits right now, I know Damo said, there's more to the season that's going on. 30, 14, 11. Efficiency is still there. Defense is,
It's defense.
But 57,
not as bad as the haters say, not as good as the lovers say.
57, 56, 84, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 fouls, but that's because he just doesn't even get caught up in the fray. And if they can finish over like a 5 seed, I don't know who else potentially would be there. He puts to test the voter fatigue thing because on the other end of the theory, if you've gone ahead and eliminated every other singular piece of competition due to health, and they might have eliminated themselves too, but at that point, you would have to, you would have to vote for Jokic. Bezos, are you into crypto right now?
I'm looking into it.
Listen, I've got a better way for you to make money from your phone.
How is that?
You can use the sponsor of the stream, Prize Picks. This basketball season, they use Apple Pay so you can have quick and easy deposits where you can test your skills and your knowledge of the game of basketball to 100x your money. They have quick withdrawals, easy gameplays, and a lot of players and a lot of stat types that makes Prize Picks my choice for daily fantasy sports. Prize Picks is real simple, y'all. We've got different sports at the top, and within each different sport, we have a bunch of different categories that you think your favorite player or the player of your choice will perform in. You go in, you click more, you click less, make sure that they're on 2 different teams, you type in how much you want to put on the entry, and then once you're satisfied, you're going to hit submit lineup, and boom, you're in the game. Go to prizepicks.com and use code LKIB to get a guaranteed $50 when you play $5 in lineups. That's $50 guaranteed LKIB once you play $5 in lineups. The only way that's possible is with Prize Picks. Shouts out to Prize Picks, man. Back to the video. Now, the problem is there were time periods in which voter fatigue did set in. So I guess my question is, basically the only competition that Jokic has is voter fatigue. Should that deter people from voting for him this go round?
Absolutely not. It's such a stupid, lazy straw man argument. It's an appeal to ignorance at best. And not only is it such a bad, stupid argument, but it's a bad, stupid thing that's already happened. Did you guys forget that you've already pulled this card with Nikola Jokic and already have cost him a trophy? He was supposed to be the guy that won 3 in a row, but that hasn't been done since Larry Bird. And who was the other guy? So because of that, because you guys didn't want Jokic to fuck with your nostalgia or your record books or your American hope or some shit, whatever, you guys already went out the way to pick another candidate, which, to be fair, Joel Embiid was a good candidate to get the award. Not saying that he couldn't have possibly got it, but then here we are simultaneously talking about he has the Here Nigga Damn award, but then we're still making the arguments today, well, we can't let Jokic in this class. Okay, so we're just going to lie about the rest of his career because we don't want him in a class that he's qualifying for. It's the oddest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's happened before to other foreign players, but it's getting to a level of like, damn, it's pretty fucking flagrant at this point.
Damo, let me ask you, if they do end up giving it to somebody like a Tatum, are you going to be upset about that?
No, as long as there's an argument for him to have it, on top of it being a voter fatigue. I was gonna say I'm pro voter fatigue. I'm all for it. I hope y'all do it because y'all will be staying consistent, and we know it's not a bunch of bullshit that other players had to deal with who were also deserving. All these years where LeBron voter fatigue was just bullshit, and y'all are admitting that. So I will hope that y'all also keep the same energy when it comes to Jokic, and y'all give it to Tatum if Tatum is genuinely having an astronomical year, or the Celtics have a record-breaking year yet again, or a historic year, and he's the best player on that team. He's putting up good numbers. He does deserve to have it. That is a qualifier. Just have a reason. Don't give it to somebody else and it's just voter fatigue. And second place is Shea averaging 27 and the Thunder are a 3 seed. Then I'm like, all right, bro, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, let me be clear, Damo. I'm asking you because I'm pretty sure this is what you are, but you're basically saying, hey, y'all, just confirm to me that you were stupid for 2 years, because someone's going to hear you say that and be like, facts, because other players went through X, Y, Z. But you're sitting here saying that it was dumb for them to go through those things. So I just want to be clear for those people, gang. No, it was always stupid. Damo's just arguing, okay, let's be fucking stupid. I'm saying you shouldn't, but regardless, everyone up here and pretty much everyone involved in this conversation knows this is pretty fucking stupid, or at worst ignorant that we're even talking like this, because it's obviously him right now.
I think this is just another chance for people to bring in like negativity into something that's like historic, and it's something that we do often. Like, for whatever reason, we try to find the downside in something that is historic in order to try to discredit what's going on. But in reality, like, we should just be acknowledging that what Jokic is doing, not just this season, but for his career at this point, because we're talking about having a career of doing what he's doing. Jokic has to be put in conversations with the best players of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's on a top 10 trajectory, low key. I'd say like 15s, but yeah, definitely top 10.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're spinning. And I just want to say, because I see Cardiac going off with his tangents in this, I'm using the wrong chat, soliloquies in the chat. Look, it's not just about from 10 years, 20 years ago. As Sage said, it should happen last year. There was voter fatigue talk last year. So this is a precedent that was set by these same people, Cardiac. So I don't think it's I don't think it's dumb. I disagree with you, gang. I don't think it's bad to hold these people to a standard that they also are participating in. I'm Mr. Consistency. If this is what we're doing, let's keep doing it. I'm going to be mad when we decide to change the rules randomly with no one saying anything. Oh, this is going to be the player that if Cooper Flag start busting ass and now it's no more voter fatigue, I'm going to get mad. Oh, now there's voter fatigue don't matter for Cooper Flag. That would be kind of weird.
And even then, we could have a conversation about, okay, but at some point, how do you progress the product? We've had 5 different videos on the NBA dying, 3 podcast titles on the shit dying, but then we're against, I suppose, progression or whatever. And I see someone type maybe 10 times over, and and I'm not calling you weird, gang, but like, this is like, you kind of like know what that NBA fan is based on some of the takes that you have. Is like what do you mean? Like, so we would only be changing it specifically for Jokic. It's not about coddling. It's not about coddling Jokic. It's nothing about his face. Don't have a special attraction to him. It's nothing about his play style that's like over the top. It's not necessarily doing it. It's not necessarily doing this specifically for him versus just not choosing stupidity. I didn't think that's a foreign concept, but holy shit, only the 2020s internet would tell you, hey, gang, be dumb as you possibly can. It's kind of crazy, but this is kind of what we talk about every fucking time we have that boring ass is the NBA dying clip, because y'all will sit there, potentially have a guy that you can really boost up to be the face of the league. You can sit there and have Jokic be a 4-time, hell, 5-time MVP. And while you niggas would bitch about it, you'd watch. While people who don't know Nikola Jokic, they know him now. He's the guy that won 5 straight. But no, you don't want to put somebody else on a pedestal. Your nostalgia must be peak. And then you'll sit there and be like, damn, bro, why nobody like my sport? Yeah, because yo dipshit ass hated on the sport the entire fucking time and was against any level of change in any way, shape, or form. You're the fucking problem. It's crazy. It's crazy as hell.
I think Sage cooked.
I agree.